Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Play The Elder Scrolls Online. So we're starting a brand new character here in a series I haven't played for a couple of years at least. This new series, I would like to play Elder Scrolls through chronological order. Basically, we're going to start with the base game and sort of move our way through the game as time goes on. So we'll start with the first alliance, which is going to be the Ebonheart Pact, and eventually we'll pick one of these other ones and we'll go through it. We'll do the Prophet storyline, things like that. So we're not going to be like zigzagging or jumping around to different DLCs and expansions. That's kind of the goal and hope for this. So our character is going to be called Stone Space Legion, so Stone Legion. It's going to be on the North America server if you like to add us. I'm playing a female character, as you can see. I'm playing the Ebonheart Pact. I'm also picking the Wood Elf as my race because they're kind of like the smallest. I think they might be the actual smallest height-wise character, so I thought that'd be kind of fun. I like smaller characters in games. But you have 10 choices and races and 3 alliances. You got quite a bit of classes these days. I think the newer ones are the Warden and Necromancers over the many years, but you got the Dragon Knight, the Sorcerer, the Nightblade. We're going to go Templar. I'd like to try out Templar Stamina build. I think they call it like the Stampler or something like that. It's you stab things, so it sounded kind of cool. So you got your body here, so you can change your adjustments. I'm not going to go through this. That's why I kind of pre-did it, so you guys don't have to suffer through it. And then you got your face settings. They have a lot of options and changes, which is pretty cool. You can do lots of stuff with your character. So let's go ahead and create the character, and then we're going to go to the right location so we can start the intro quest for the base game there. So we're going to go ahead and skip it. If you have to do the tutorial, it's not a big deal because it's simple. You come out at like level 3 basically, and then you're gonna go. If you're gonna follow what I'm doing, you're literally gonna go to another tutorial anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip it, and our character will get created, and we'll be back here in a second. So it should load any second here. There you go. Okay, well that was fast. So we do have add-ons on here, and I'm going to go and explain the add-ons at the end of the episode. So if you want to skip to the end, you can look at the bottom, this your fast forward there. I am adding chapters, at least for this video, so you can see how that works. And we can go through that. So basically, depending on the expansion you have, I don't have the latest expansion, and so basically I have like 1 or 2 before. So the idea is you start usually at the last expansion you had. That's your starting zone, but you can easily go to any other expansion. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to one of these things called a Way Shrine. And we can use this to teleport where we'd like to. So we're going to do that quickly. We're going to scroll out here because I like to play in third person. I've never liked playing this game in first person. Actually, I don't play most games in first person if I can help it, to be fair. I always like the third person look to it. So, but we're just going to go ahead and sprint all the way over here. And we're just going to go right to this one right here. And basically, we're going to click this, and we're going to use this. So we'll talk about fast traveling. So the reason you click this is if you go to one of these directly and use it, you don't have to pay. But if you're somewhere else on the map and you want to go to another part of the map without actually being at one, you would have to pay for the travel. But in this case, since I'm at one, there's no cost. So we're going to go to a place called Davon's Watch because we're actually going to have a hooded figure come after us, and it'll still start the prologue, I guess, for the base game version, which is the one with the Prophet and all that. So basically, when you're in here, somebody...
You are the one I see.
Oh, here you go, the hooded figure. It happens right away. That's pretty simple.
Greetings. My benefactor wishes to speak to you about a matter that could affect the fate of our world.
What does your benefactor want?
If my benefactor wished to discuss details in the open, why send a messenger? The matter is for your ears only.
Where can I find them?
The Sadrino House in Davon's Watch, between Artisans Row and the Market District. Do not tarry.
I'll seek them out. So there you go. And we have the level up. I'll go through, spending points and things like that, but basically every time you level, you'll get like an attribute point, a skill point. When you hit, I think, like level 5, you might get a couple extra, and like level 10, you get a couple extra other things, and you get rewards as time goes on. So basically, I'll go into the skills and everything. I guess we hit level 3 because of that too. So we got some free meal there. Attribute points available, so we'll just claim that. I guess we could spend this. So we're a stamina build. We're just going to go over here and spend those points. And we'll go deeper into setting our skills after. I like to do like the little tutorial and intro first here.
Do you know
So
how long I've been looking
we're in Davon's Watch. There's going to be a lot of NPCs who will chase me down trying to start new storyline missions for other DLCs and expansions. So you're going to get people chasing me quite a bit. You're going to have to get used to it. It's just kind of how the game works. So, uh-oh. This doesn't look good. What the? Oh, I think we were tricked. Well, I think we just died. And we're just going to go into the Wailing. There you go. So here you have it. So we start out in a little prison here, and we're going to escape out of here. So it's like a tutorial as well. It's the very first tutorial, so it's probably not as good as some of the newer ones, but...
The name's Lyris.
Boom. There you go.
Still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it. Dead. Must have been the runt of the litter. Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises.
There you go. There you go. We good to
Keep
go?
moving. There are more Daedra on the way.
So this is the Wailing prison. We're trying to basically break out. So what you saw there in the video was the guy stabbed me, and he basically took my soul. I died. So I'm not quite sure exactly, you know, how my physical form is. Am I like kind of like a you know, in a hell kind of world type thing? I'm not sure how all that kind of works. But that's sort of the idea anyway. So I've lost my soul, my former life, and everything before I don't really know anything about now.
Greetings, Vestige. Like you, I'm a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you.
Oh my.
Hold a moment.
We're going to change a setting here for you guys, because this is actually kind of important. A couple of things here. So nameplates. We're going to turn on nameplates, because nameplates are nice. So we can say friendly players show always. Neutral NPCs, we should say always. Enemy NPC show, and then highlight, I guess target, that's all good. And then health bars are on. I don't think we have to worry about those. I just want to make sure we can see the names and stuff. It makes it a little easier to play. And then I want to put an accessibility option here for people. We want to put NPC subtitles. That way if somebody is deaf or whatever, they can enjoy seeing the subtitles. Unfortunately, you won't understand what I'm saying, but at least you'll see the subtitles, so they won't even know I said this, unfortunately. Lyris Titanborn. Let's talk to her.
The Prophet. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you, even for a moment. He must think you can help me.
Help you do what?
Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here.
Where do we go from here?
These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels.
What are these Sentinels?
Magical constructs created by Molag Bal to guide his vision in Coldharbour. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will be blinded. With any luck, that will buy us the time we need to free the Prophet.
Sounds good. How do we destroy it?
I've no idea. Brute force? We'll find a way. We have to. Be ready for anything. I doubt Molag Bal left the Sentinels unguarded.
I have more questions, though.
I'm sure you do.
Who's the Prophet?
He's a strange one, no doubt about it. But he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things. The past, the future.
Okay, so what is this place and where am
We're
I?
obviously not in Tamriel anymore. Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Coldharbour. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead.
So how are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself.
If I'm dead, who killed me?
A man named Menemarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven.
What does that even mean?
It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Coldharbour, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me.
Are you dead too?
No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you.
Okay. So, we're
We
gonna
should keep moving.
Obviously, I'm not gonna skip dialogue, but from time to time I might go through deeper on them, you know, just to understand the story and stuff. I kind of want to learn a bit more there on what was happening. Oh my. Buddy, that was rude. I wonder what they call them when they have the one rank on there. So that was a harder one.
Well played,
but I'm not
friend.
sure like
Our case
what
being
he's
you are good in
considered.
a fight.
Okay, let's keep
The
going
god
here.
of brutality knows of your escape.
Uh-oh.
Hurry!
He said the god. I thought he said the daughter. Apparently it was the god.
The god of schemes can see every part of Coldharbour. We need to distract him.
Oh, if you go like that, you can block their heavy attacks. There you go.
What was your name again? Target practice?
Oh my. So we're going to go up here, it looks like. I think if you, let's see if you, yeah, you can exploit, yeah. So if you block an attack and then you do a heavy attack right after, if they're kind of off tilted or whatever, basically you get to do a bit more on them. There you go. Off balance is called, okay. Cool. And then we're going up here, it looks like.
Try to be inconspicuous. We just got free of this place.
Really, I'm going around carrying a two-handed sword, punching things, cutting things up, killing everyone. I think we're good here. Reach the Prophet cell, okay. Let's go, let's go.
Quickly! While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Man, you move pretty decently in this game. It's like, whee! Let's jump into here.
Fool! You will never escape my realm.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way.
So where are we going then?
Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us.
Who's Cadwell?
Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see.
How can a madman help us?
Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Coldharbour is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
Okay. So we're gonna go over here, it looks like, yeah.
One fine day in the middle of the night, two dead king. Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll then? Lovely day for it.
You must be Cadwell.
Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you then?
We're trying to get inside the Prophet's cell. The door is sealed.
Oh dear. Well, that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt, actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between.
How do we get through all that?
Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step. hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull bashing as well.
Where's the entrance?
Follow the river. You'll find the door to the undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the prophet straight away. Do give him my best.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you?
Maybe. I don't think I want to come back here, to be fair.
Cadwell seems to think this undercroft is a delightful place. That probably means it's a death trap. We better be careful.
Sounds fun. Let's go over here. I guess we're running through here. I think we hit a dead end. Oh, over here. I'm sorry, you know where to go. Apparently I don't. Ooh, we get to do one of these. So, in Elder Scrolls Online, they have a lot of locks like this, so this is how you have to break in. Oh, here we go. Guess we're just running through here. Oh!
Come get some more, you skeeving hawkers.
I don't know, we're trying to make friends here, I thought. There we go. Now, I'm just being a little lazy now. Later on, we'll have some abilities and stuff we can use, so we'll be a little bit more stronger, but I just thought when we go through here, we're just gonna run through and then figure out that after, just for fun. Is there a chest back there? Ooh. Oh, it looks like it's open. Oh, it's for show, I guess.
Who taught that one to fight? The god of self-punishment?
Isn't she a silly one? Okay, I guess we could go through this. There you go. So you can loot stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of loot in this game. They have a lot of stealing you can do as long as you don't get caught. Basically, no one sees you stealing. There's a sneak system if you hit your control. Different on consoles, obviously. But you can sneak around and steal things. You can even pickpocket people. You can even kill people without them detecting you, I guess. I'm not sure how all that works, obviously, but
That might have been a fair fight, if there were three of you.
Quite a bit of stuff that's cool. Ah! I guess that was a trap that burns really badly. There you go.
The prophet's cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time.
Well, let's go to it then.
All right. The good news is we made it here in one piece, and the prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with you.
But why?
There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the prophet.
Oh, and I'm not living, so there's no other way?
Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved.
I'm ready when you are.
Once it's done, get moving. The prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
Okay. Let's go, prophet guy. What are we doing here? I guess we're waiting for her to do the ritual. Well, that's pretty cool looking. Oh! So you can dodge around, double tapping your keys there. Sounds like she's in a bit of a pain. That's pretty epic, to be fair. Oh, good day, sir.
Freedom! Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. Lyris sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain.
Can we find a way to take her with us?
I wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Coldharbour, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige.
Vestige?
That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined.
Why does Lyris call you the Prophet?
That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor.
Anchor?
The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Coldharbour. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it.
Alright, stay close then.
Up the stairs, quickly! We must get to the anchor mooring!
Bye-bye, Lyris. So we're gonna go visit this location over here. Ooh, look at this. These kind of look cool. It's like Stargates with spikes. Oh, damn. Well, he's a bit of a badass.
The mortal thinks it can defy me. Futile. Soon your world will be in my chains.
Come! I will protect you!
So you can block. When you do the block, it seems to cut half of the damage. It's pretty powerful. Not like this guy actually did much damage, to be fair. Okay.
The Dark Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first, you must reattune yourself to Nern in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a Sky Shard.
A Sky Shard?
A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nern. Some link them to Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb.
I am ready. Really cool looking place.
Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly! Collect the Sky Shard.
There you go. That was pretty cool.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Molag Bal be denied. Hurry! We must go now!
Oh, that's pretty cool. We're floating. So this will take us back to Tamriel. So we're going to a place called Bleackrock Isle. I think this is the home of like the Nord people. At least, I mean, it looks like a big badass Nord right there. And here's the Prophet. Let's talk to him.
As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a place with the smell of burning ash on a hot wind, and the sounds of a distant battle. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path.
How long was I unconscious?
Days, weeks, I cannot tell. The voids between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land.
What should I do now?
I'm afraid you will have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Molag Bal.
When will I see again?
I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. there is still much we need to accomplish.
Not a good profit if you can't see that. So we get a sealed urn here. So I guess you get some items in here. You get skill points. I guess you get skill points for certain quests and stuff like that. And then soul magic skill line, which I think is for like
Be
soul
wary,
shards.
Vestige. Our very plane of existence is in peril. The threat of Molag Bal looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard.
Okay, where should I go?
You must find your own path. But perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore, search for a cause to lend your hand. Join with others. You might even seek out those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours.
Goodbye. So there we go. We hit level 4. So we go ahead and... looks like this time around we get some armor. So let's go for medium armor. Looks like it even has a... So tip. On a piece of armor, select enchant to consume glyph and apply its special properties. So I guess you get to learn how to do that. And then next level, you get 2 attribute points, 2 skill points, and 1 set of rings and a racial skill line. Ooh, so if we go ahead and we spend our stamina there, we can hit E. This is a new feature they added. Oh, it's gone now. Went to character skills. So if we go back to, I think that was C, they have this new advanced stats here, so you can go ahead and get extra information like sneak speed, sprint speed, things like that. So that's pretty cool actually, because it gives you like an overall information on like, you know, how things are, you know, speed wise like that, and just all the little extra details. And the console players are getting this as well, so it's a big deal for them too, because you know, some of this could have been done by mods, but obviously they couldn't do it through mods, so that's really cool. Anyways, we're gonna hit, I think it was K, yeah. And this is going to go to our skills and abilities and things like that. So the first ability we should probably unlock here is the Puncturing Strike. This turns into Jab later on, I believe. So this is the one I kind of want. I did a little research, obviously. So here's the ability bar. It's telling you, you know, the stuff goes here. So you got 5 bars. And in this game, it's not like, you know, a lot of other games where it's like, oh, you got 50 bars and, you know, you got all these different skills and you throw them and only use the ones you are useful and you just got them all around. In fact, it's quite different. The ability on the bar, so this one being the Adric Spear, basically that just being on my bar alone, even if I don't use it, will start leveling this line up. Now, it has something to do with your main level as well, so it just doesn't like, you know, it caps at a certain point from my understanding. But anyways, it will level up with it on your bar. So if I don't put any of these on my bar, then these wouldn't level. So it's probably a good idea to actually get one of each of the abilities on here so you can start leveling up. So here's the Sunfire ability. Here's a Restoring Light ability. So we'll grab this as well. So this one is like a ranged one, and this one's like a heal. So I'll put it over here. So this will help me get myself healed. There's weapons. Right now we have two-handed. I'm going to ignore for two-handed. I'm not going to even put any skill points in here. I would like to go dual-wield, but obviously you have to wait till you get 2 dual-wields or craft it or make it or buy it or whatever. For now, I'm just going to leave it alone, right? So we'll unlock more skill. So we'll unlock more weapon types like dual-wield, bows, things like that. Basically, any weapon you put in your inventory and use, you can unlock a new skill line. And then you'll also get different things like the Fighter Guild, the Mages Guild. You'll get your own, level 5, you'll get a racial one. There's passives in this. So basically, it just goes kind of crazy. It's it never ends, so that's pretty cool. And I think that's pretty much it. There is, what else is there? No, I think that's pretty much it for this now. And then, yeah, we'll just keep going here. Okay, so let's go to our inventory. You can go up here and I guess pick it or hit I. There you go. So inventory talks about equipping stuff. So we got those pants on there. We can I'll double click, I guess works. I have an add-on that makes these a little pretty. We'll go over all the add-ons like I said at the end here. So we're going to go and right click it and do is it enchanting. Yeah, here we go. So we can add a max health to it. And there you go. So that's how you can enchant a piece of gear, which is pretty cool. And we got something in here so we can open this up. So quick slots here. So quick slots, I guess, I should have paid attention more to that. That's for adding it to your bar there. So you can do, I think it's Q, was it? Oh, quick slot. Here you go. So Q. Oh, here it is. There you go. So you can add a potion there so you can easily heal yourself. And then what else do we have? Here we go. Increase maximum health. We'll put that on us. Sure. We got another pair of pants here. This one actually does stamina. So since we're stamina based, I would say just go with that unless you're having health issues, things like that. But I don't think at this stage of game that's going to be a big deal anyway. So we're probably better off with that. You also got, look at the spell resistance because it has the increased armor value by 13%, I guess. It increased physical and critical resistance and spell resistance. Oh no, so spell and physical resistance. That's probably a lot, honestly. Oh, the armor. Oh, maybe it was the armor. Yeah, look at that. Oh, because it's heavy. Well, you know, at early games, mixing them is not a big deal, but it is kind of important to try to have one set. I think before it was like people were more all over the place, but I think they made it so that it's kind of more important now than ever. So I guess these are just, you know, I guess we'll just put these on, you know. This is just, hey, you don't have something there, might as well. Oh, look at that. Skill line, train, heavy armor. I guess if you have a certain amount of that one type, then it turns it on. Let's put this on. Yeah, what about this one? What is this? Oh, max stamina. This actually has an enchant on it, oddly enough. Let's put that one on then. There you go. And I think that's pretty good. I might turn and put these on again just quickly. Let's see, does it say medium? Maybe medium was already activated. But anyways, let's put those on for now. Okay. I think we're good with those for now. We have very low inventory space at first, so you'll have some inventory management things you'll have to do eventually. And there you go. So we're kind of free here. We have the quests here we can start with. It talks about the soul gems and everything else. But I think what we're going to do now is, since we've escaped and everything else, I think we're going to go ahead and go through our add-ons, since that'll take a couple minutes anyways. And then next time we'll continue on from here and then go through that. So basically, if you hit escape here, go to add-ons. This is all the add-ons we have. I had to allow out of date, or pretty much nothing would be working. But there doesn't seem to be any bugs or issues here. So anyways, let me go through the list here. So action duration reminder reminds you the time of your refresh on your action. So I don't think I really have an action right now to really show you anyways that works well on this. So basically when you use these abilities, yeah, if you have an ability that has like a long timer to it, for example, it has just like a nice little thing that will show up on there, and it'll also pop up on the screen, though I think in the game might even have a timer these days now. So I'm not 100% sure on it, but it's a useful one that people recommend. Dark UI basically was the one where we had, well, you've already seen it a bit. If we go to our character screen, basically it gives you a nice, cleaner, darker, fancier UI. It's just more of a slick UI basically, though I think this might have gotten changed. I don't know if that's part of it or if this got changed with the new update. It does look a little bit different there, but basically it gives things a little bit more definition, and it's just, to me it looked nicer, so I grabbed that one because it did look nicer. Grid list. Oh, grid list is very useful. So if we go to our inventory here, we've had this from the beginning here, but basically this is what you see in vanilla. So without the mods, this is how you have to deal with it, which you have to scroll through, and it gets really annoying. Where the grid list is obviously, to me personally, quite easier to deal with because it lists it all in a nice grid, it's clean, and I don't have to scroll through it to figure out where is something. So when you're in this list, it's like, oh, you're going here, there's a bow and weapons, and oh, is there anything down here? Oh, there's another bow. What about the other bow? And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some sorting, but to me, having a grid list is extremely more efficient and more enjoyable for the game. So sorry, console guys, I know we get spoiled on PC a bit here. Journal quest log. So this one displays a log completed and not completed quests in the journal. So if we go to J, I believe here, yeah, there is a quest log. I guess this is the quest log, and this is just basically telling you all the quests in the game, if you complete them or not. I don't have all the expansions and content and stuff like that, so I'm not sure if it's based on what you own or just all of it in total. But there's apparently 2,203 quests right now showing up on here, so it gives you an idea of all the content in the game. So we're on Bleackrock Island, so there's 12 quests in total here. So they basically show you all the names and things like this. So it's a good way to kind of keep tabs and sort of see if, you know, kind of keep an eye on your progression to help you out there. So that's a really nice little feature there, just to know if you're doing it right or wrong. Because we are trying to do as much of the content as we can for those, the different zones and areas. So that'll help me a bit. You got the journal quest log. That's the one we just talked about. Oh, this is settings, isn't it? We're not in actual add-ons. Okay, so journal quest log, and then you got the loot drop reborn. So you already sort of saw that once. Let's steal something here. We probably get in trouble, but as long as no one sees you, you can steal away. So there we go. We stole a lockpick. So on the bottom left there, you see, or top left-ish, lockpick. Even has a coin value, things like that. It talks about stealing, by the way. So if we go to the add-ons here, Loot Drop Reborn basically gives you nice information on what you looted. It also works with different add-ons like Master Merchant and the Tamriel Trade Center, which gives you, for example, like maybe what the price of the item's worth. So if you were to sell it on the market, it kind of helps you get an idea like, ooh, you looted something worthwhile, and it's kind of nice to see that pop up, and especially as a newbie like me, it helps quite a bit there. Map pins is really nice. Basically, the map will display all these pins all over the map for you to see, different things like, for example, you see the sky shards here. We go ahead and we can turn on other filters here. So you can turn on, for example, treasure chests, which I can turn those on for now. They can get a little messy, but I did have to modify the mod. I tested this out, and it wasn't moving. It wasn't populating or updating correctly when you're moving around the map, especially on the mini-map. But I removed every add-on and everything possible and just had the map pins and nothing else. And basically, when you went around the map and opened the map, it wouldn't refresh. You'd have to go in and out kind of thing to kind of refresh it. So I went ahead and just changed the distance of the little chests here to be literally the entire max size. So 1 versus I think it was like 0.08 or something like that. So now they're everywhere. So basically you can toggle them on and off, but it's really nice because it integrates well in here, so you can just toggle things as you want, which is pretty cool, honestly. So that's map pins. Master Merchant is basically, from my understanding, the way a Master Merchant works is when you sell stuff, like actually not to a vendor, but to an actual guild merchant, and somebody buys it from you. It's sort of like an auction house in a sense, but what happens is guilds, they rent these merchants, and people will physically go to the merchant and buy an item, and then the guilds themselves would sell at that merchant, like me, but you do that at a bank, so you don't have to actually go to it. But anyways, the idea of this is basically it records the stuff sold. So I don't even know if there might be a master, that might be the command, yeah. So MM here, for example. So you can see like there's personal sales and stuff, so I was testing this out. But basically you can see that there's seller, and it can give you information, so you should be able to set show guild sales. Oh, here you go. Oh, I think I lost the thing here. There you go. Show guild sales. So here you go. So it shows, like in our guild, somebody sold something that was actually a lot. Oh, this is the report. So this is the ranking, I guess, or something. So this is not per item, but yeah, I don't know how that works actually. But show personal sales. Yeah, okay, I guess I changed this item info. Oh, there you go. So there you go. So you can see here. So like this person sold these zircon platings, quite a lot of them, for quite a bit of money here. So it's kind of a nice one because you can see this. But anyways, when you get price information, if you enable like being able to look up price information, things like that, this one goes based on what has sold versus what people are listing it for. So it's cool for that, basically. The other one is, and I'll get to it, it's more on what people are listing it for. So P-Chat basically just adds some, it's just simple chat options. If you go to add-ons, or sorry, settings and add-ons, it just adds some basic, settings you can change, fade distance and things like that. It's kind of useful. I was actually hoping to get the fade on the background a little bit better. It is good here, but in lighter backgrounds it didn't work so well, and I'll figure that one out later. But anyways, that's P-Chat. Points of color is pretty cool. So the best way to see this is open the map and go to a larger zone here, like this one. Basically, the points here, so when you discover them, they go colored. and normally they're like a gray, like darkish color, and then they go like lighter white kind of color after, kind of like maybe flip around their color skew. But instead of doing that, this will actually like color it and give it a nice bright light to it instead. So, you know, for example, instead of this just being a boring old, would have just been black and white basically, it just adds a bit more taste to it. You know, it makes the world a little nicer. So I think this event calendar, for example, is one of them, but you get an example of what they would look like over here. So that's pretty cool. So I like that. We have the quest map itself. So quest map, just like, oh yeah, so that's the quest on the map. So this is another one to like locate and figure out, you know, oh, where's the quest and things like this. So I won't be using this non-stop, but basically if you do incomplete quests here, you can see all the markers here. So they kind of help you and let you know that there's certain quests and where they are. So if you're trying to finish, like, you know, be a completionist basically and finish the zone off, it'll help you guide maybe if you're missing a quest, things like that. Now keep in mind some of them are not going to always be there. Like for the example, this, if by sea, if you were to look this up, it's actually after you do all this and leave the island, then this one gets finished in that sense. So some of it might seem like it's all here, but it really isn't, and it might throw you off. So just be warned, it helps you, but it's not perfect, and it's not meant to be perfect either. That's just not how it works. But yeah, it's a pretty cool add-on just to help, you know, guide me a bit more. There's the quest tracker here, which is pretty simple. We don't have a quest right now, but the right side there, you saw it before. It's just a fancier looking quest tracker here. You can minimize, maximize, and it's just a nicer way of displaying the quests. Especially when I have the mini map up the top there. The other quest one would be under it anyway, so you kind of had to like replace it or find an add-on to move it. So it kind of made sense to get something like that. You get the surrender. So when you do certain abilities, like maybe I don't know if my healing actually offers anything here. So yeah. I guess I don't have anything right now buff-wise, but basically it'll show buffs on your screen, debuffs on enemies, different things like that. So that's pretty cool. This is slightly annoying. Let's adjust that then. There you go. Okay. But yeah, pretty cool in that area. Let's see here. Shopping list. I don't use that one. It was actually part of the Master Merchant, I'm pretty sure. So I guess you don't have to have that one enabled. I haven't used it. I haven't looked into it. So here's that Temeril Trade Center. I don't even know if there's an interface for that one, besides maybe some options. But basically, this one, actually, this will be a good thing. If you hover over an item like these here, you'll see TTC suggested price. So they say that these soul gems are worth maybe 28 to 35 gold each. They show the average and minimum and maximum price. So obviously minimum, people have thrown them up for cheap price just to get rid of it. So there's 3,575 listings. There's 501,000 of these items in total out there apparently. And this is just only the people who've used this mod and scanned their guild basically, which pretty much most guilds would have been scanned. And then they keep a database on their website, and there's a client.exe including this add-on that you run, keep in the background, and basically it'll continue to update these prices. I think it does it like once a day basically, so I think your data is like a day old in a sense. So you know, it's like a 24-hour period, and I think that's kind of not a bad idea. It's kind of important, I think, that way, because that way people aren't trying to like constantly fight and try to, you know, undercut nonstop, you know, every minute basically. This is kind of a neat feature anyway, so I like the way they're putting a bit of a pause in there. So yeah, basically it'll help you when you're selling things, and we'll get to that in the future. The questing guide here, so the questing guide and the skill point finder, I'm gonna do both of those at once. So we're gonna go to settings, controls, oh here, controls. And so it's not settings, it's just controls as its own. And we're going to go down here, and you're going to see the two here. So you got, here we go. So skill point finder, and there's another thing I'm missing here. Well, here's the skill point finder. Let's put that right there. So let's say you can be here. You just got to bind it to a key. And then there's another one here. I'm not sure where that one is, to be fair. There's P-Chat, the questing guide. Here you go. And we'll put you to that one. Bind. Okay. So if we open up the questing guide here, This is something similar to what you saw with the other one that showed you all the quests, except this one here kind of gives you like a walkthrough of like the main categories. So the Wailing Prison, you know, the 0 to 2, the Plane Meld. I guess that's what they call it anyways, or the title of it. And you can see, you know, we did a Wailing Prisoner. The next one's the Harborage, and, you know, Foundry of the Woe. And basically this is a nice little guide to try to walk you through and do the content for that, you know, the main story there. And then you got the different ones. So we're going to be ebb and pack. So we're going to go through this. So we're Bleackrock Island. We're there now, right? So we're going to work on this one. We're going to do Belfoy, and we're going to go to Stonefalls, and we're going to go through these, and then eventually we'll go to one of the other ones, like you know, the Eldermere Dominion, and we'll go through their content and their story. So basically this is the overall. All three factions or all three alliances do this, but we'll probably get this done before we get to one of the others, I'm guessing. But that's pretty cool. You can see like the DLC content and things like that, group content and overview, and so it's a really cool little interface basically. The other one here was the skill point finder. This one's a really cool one too, because this lets you kind of keep, it's kind of like what are they, you know, those point cards, you know, like when you're doing bowling or golfing or something like that, sort of like that, but it's for your sky shards and skill points. So this will help you locate all the sky shards and skill points around the world. So main quest. So you remember we did the Soul-Shriven Coldharbour. We just did that, right? Well, this is actually telling us, you know, that there was a skill point available in there, and we've done that progression. And so that was 1 of 11 in that main quest category. So you'll get those over time. There's a character level. You know, so we're level, I guess, 3 or 4 or whatever. So as you level up, you'll get more of these. The reason it looks higher than what we are is because, remember, we got 2 skill points, and I think at like level 5 you get 2 skill points and things like that. So they give you a little extra, you know, depending on your level, things like that. So it won't match your level, obviously, because they'll give you little extras. But basically, yeah, this is different, you know, little categories and everything else. Alliance War Ranks apparently gives you 50 skill points. That's pretty intense. So you got public dungeons here. I guess there's a, you know, skill point you can get in each of the public dungeons over here. Story quests and sky shards. So story quests actually give you some, and then on top of that, sky shards, you can, you know, grab those and they'll give you skill points. 3 sky shards gives you 1 skill point, and even group dungeon quests have them. So basically it shows you the totals down here of all of them, which is pretty cool. And then the character total right now is 4. We have 4 out of 457 potential we can get. So that's pretty cool. That's, you know, obviously a lot of skill points in the game. So it's a really nice one to have. So what else do we have here? We got that one. So yeah, questing guide, that one. We got the mini map. Obviously, you've already seen it here. The mini map is pretty cool. Basically, you can zoom in and out of here. The icons will reset and fix themselves, but yeah, mini map is awesome. Who wouldn't want a mini map? Even shows, you know, my real life time. Which one's, yeah, that's real life time. Then your in-game time. So I thought that was a pretty cool one. I love mini maps in games. So, and then equipment borders, which you've already seen over here. So basically, it adds equipment border. So, you know, this is a green item. It shows green, you know, have blue, purple. I think they even have legendary, like a yellow-orange kind of color. They show the item level, so the 4, 3, 3, 3. And they will even show durability. So they'll have, if your durability is, you know, under max, obviously, it'll have a little percentage there to show you that. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, and then after that, these are just libraries. So these are all what's required for all the add-ons above. So basically, if you install an add-on and it's red, you just open it up and it'll actually say required add-on, blah, 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 and then you just grab that. And the best way to install add-ons, really simply and easy, is a add-on manager called Minion. So if you type in ESO, Minion, add-ons, whatever, you'll definitely find it there and be able to download that, and it'll help it make your life a little easier, basically, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the walkthrough of the add-ons and our little intro to that. Hopefully you guys didn't get too bored there. Next time when we're back, we'll continue on, obviously, and we'll go from here. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.